Yo, YouTube, it's been a little minute, man. It's been a little minute. I just had an urge to make a video real quick because, I started this channel maybe like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Haven't really been consistent, but I don't know, man. I just feel a need to come back and kind of just speak on things, speak on my life, speak on what I got going on. Like maybe eventually I'll be able to provide some value that's deeper than just me having a conversation about my life, about what I got going on, right? I really just want this channel to be like proof of like everything that I said that I was going to do. Like everything when it comes to my direction. Because, when I started this channel, bro, I started thinking differently. Like, it was my senior year of college, and I was realizing that, like, okay, what I got my degree in kind of is bullshit compared to, like, what I really want to do in life, But I was so blessed because I was able to go to, I ain't going to say too much of my information, but I just was blessed, man. You feel me? I had an opportunity to go to college, and I ain't have to go through no student debt or anything like that. So it really was just the experience for me that I feel like molded me into becoming like who I am. Like the people that I was around, the things that I experienced. I joined a frat. It kind of helped develop me into the man that I am, or the man that I was at that point when I first made the channel. And then as I kept on going, and as I kept on getting closer with God and just aligning myself with who God wanted me to be, it just felt like things started to click, right? I just felt like I wanted to get more so into business. I felt like my major was in mass communications, which is like video editing. I wanted to make movies and stuff like that. But in the back of my mind, it was always something that, like, I always wanted to be great, And when I was little, like, being great meant, like, making it to the NBA, having all the money in the world, you know what I'm saying? But, when you're young like that, you don't realize that, like, even NBA players, like, still go through troubles. Even NBA players sometimes go broke if they don't know how to manage their money. And as I got older and I started reading books, I started understanding this, and I started saying, like, okay, like, being an NBA player isn't the end-all, be-all, because that's what I wanted to be. I felt like I was good at basketball. I wasn't that good, but I felt like I was good at basketball, and, like, if I didn't make it to the league, I won't gonna do shit with my life. But like I said, as I got older and I started realizing certain things, when I was forced to think outside of the box, outside of basketball, when I knew I wasn't going to make it to the league, it was like, okay, damn, like, what am I going to do? And so when I was making the decision to choose my major, I realized, like, my nigga, I like sitting here watching movies. I like watching movies. You feel me? So I was like, you know what? I want to be like Spike Lee, because I seen Spike Lee at the New York Knicks games, front row, knew he had bread. His movies was cool. I'm like, nigga, I'm trying to be like Spike Lee. So I ended up getting a mass comm major. But as I was going through college, bro, it was easy. The major was easy. I just was having a good time in college, and I was able to maintain. So, like, I just kept the major. But I didn't start thinking about, like, okay, how am I going to be able to, like, really, like, provide for myself till, like, my pops passed. You know what I'm saying? That midway point. Like, I was making YouTube videos. I was hoping that I was going to, like, be a gaming YouTuber because I really love the video games. So I was hoping that I was going to do that. But then when my pops passed, like, reality really hit me hard. And I was forced to really, like, become better, And I spent a lot of time, like, during that time, that summer, like, just being by myself. I was with another boy of mine, good friend of mine, and just learning how to, like, figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? What do I really want? Like, how am I gonna get there? And then I don't know, God just slowly revealed it to me, man. And I say that shit to say, like, it's finally time. It's finally time. It's finally time for me to really go off and get what I've been wanting for so long, which is, like, the monetary benefits of me thinking the way that I think, like me being in the right vehicle. Like, bro, I started off this channel, like, when I really started being consistent, I was doing door to door. Why was I doing door to door? Because, like, I felt like I just wanted to be within business. I was selling drinks in college, and I wanted to be this businessman, but I didn't know how I was going to do it. But I was reading these books that was telling me that I could do it, that it was possible, and it was telling me where they started, and how I had to get in sales, because sales is one of the highest skills that you need to know in order to be a good businessman. So I did door to door. I got the opportunity. First, I prayed for it. I prayed for an opportunity like that. I wrote it in my book. I was journaling every day, and ended up doing the door to door shit. And nigga, it was 6 days a week. It was hot as fuck outside, and I was showing up day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. I was just showing up. I wanted to be the best, and I was the worst, bro, but I never quit. You know, there was a lot of people that was better than me, but they quit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still had that slang a little bit. Like, when I knocking on these people's doors, I still had, like, I came from an HBCU, so, like, I didn't know, you know, like, I don't discriminate, but I didn't know how to communicate with, like, the other race in a sense. Like, I didn't talk to them a lot. So, like, I was so used to saying type shit. I was so used to, you know, little small things that we were saying in school. That's how I sold drinks. Like, I just talked like us. And so, when I did door to door, it was like a rude awakening, because I almost didn't know how to talk. But through repetition, through showing up every single day and failing forward, like, I learned. Then I stopped that. Then I got another opportunity. Because I didn't quit with that, it led me to this opportunity of working with the Memphis Grizzlies in sports ticket sales. My homie already had the job, and when they looked on my resume and they seen that I did door to door, it looked good. They're like, oh, this nigga a grinder. Oh, he a grinder. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if I didn't do that, it'd have been hard for me to get that job. But I also, when it came to me in the interview, like, I knew how to talk. It was easy for me to talk. You know what I'm saying? Shout out God. Like, you know, I definitely want to give God the credit, because he put me in position and he gave me the confidence. But I just knew how to talk. I knew how to sell myself, because I was doing it all summer and I was ready. I got there, and, you know, I played basketball all my life, so it was easy to sell. Yeah, I started off slow, but it got easy. I ended up being one of the best. You know what I'm saying? In my class at the time. And the people that just started. It was like an internship. And a lot of people, they either decide to, if there's openings within the Grizzlies organization, within like the main sales roles, they'll apply for those. But if there's not openings, I mean, you started with the Grizzlies, so you're able to, you know, choose whatever team, you know, you want to work for if they got openings. Like, it's so many sports teams, so many different sports. Nigga, I got people from Virginia Tech reaching out to me, all kinds of places, colleges. You know, that's just how it go. It's kind of like you're the basketball player, but you're in sales. Like, motherfucking move all over the world. I got friends that went to Milwaukee, Dallas, you know what I'm saying, Wake Forest. Like, that's how it goes within that side of the sports business. It's just like the players. You get traded, you know what I'm saying? You want different opportunities. Okay, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go there. Like, you traveling. And I said to myself, like, man, like, this is an amazing job. And I've done great for myself. And I was just like, I just felt like there was something more. Like, I felt like being there, I had to be there. Because we had to wear suits every day. Like, especially after doing that door-to-door experience and being outside with the shorts and feeling like a bum and having my hat on, haircut, not having no haircut. You know what I'm saying? Not being around none of my friends. I'm in my own head. That gave me going to Memphis and being somebody that was looked at as like, oh man, this guy works for the Grizzlies. It gave me an immediate confidence boost. And I did great. Like, it was easy because I was consistent in the systems that I set up within my days and how I thought about certain things. And I said, you know what, bro? Like, I feel like there's more. I'm going on Instagram. I got a buddy of mine. He in real estate. He really doing this thing. Like, I'm hearing about, like, people that's in real estate. I'm hearing about this wholesale thing. I'm looking at flippers, all kinds of stuff, bro. And something is just telling me, like, bro, do this real estate shit. Because, like, with the 9 to 5 shit, like, it felt like I was kind of, like, trapped in a sense. And it's like, okay, I seen my life in 5 years. Like, if I look at my life in 5 years, if the best possible scenario happens, I seen it. Like, I was looking at the person, I was talking to the person every single day. I seen what it looked like. And I'm like, that's cool and all. If I'm lucky, I may get here. And even then, I gotta rely on somebody else to get me there. I gotta rely on like being a what's the term? a teacher's pet in a sense, like to my manager. Like I got, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you know what, bro? I think I want to do this real estate shit, but I was so scared. You know what I'm saying? I was so scared of what it was gonna look like. You know, learning something new all over again. I'm so scared. But it got to the point where I was just like, I'm watching these people that's wholesaling, making $40,000, doing $40,000 deals in a month. Not even in a month, bro. Like doing, like obviously you gotta work at it, but like I'm seeing niggas do 100K months, 90K months, 70K months. My nigga, I made doing that little intern job, I made like $30,000 in a whole year. I'm seeing niggas not down that in one deal. And I'm like, bro, if I could just get myself in the right vehicle, bro, like I will change my life. And so like I ended up doing it, bro. And I came back home, bro, and I was working with my guy, bro, you know what I'm saying, that was into it. And I appreciate him so much, bro, because he really taught me the business. I worked alongside his team, and, you know, the goal was really to be on the team forever. I always knew I wanted to do something on my own. I always knew I wanted to start my own business. That was always in my head. I always knew that. But, like, you know, I was open to kind of learning from my dog, you know what I'm saying, and being there with my dog and helping his business out and doing as much as I can for his business in order to learn. And, you know, I called him at the right place at the right time, and it just seemed like everything aligned, and we started, bro. And the whole last year, bro, I just grinded learning wholesale real estate. And it got to the point like a few months back, bro, where, you know, it was dry. We weren't really making nothing for real. Shit was hard. And we had to go our separate ways. And for a minute, like, I was in a place of like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I was in a place of like, damn, what am I doing? Did I make the wrong decision? And, you know, I had a lot of things going on in my life last year that I'm not proud of. Man, I wasn't my best self at all. I wasn't who I was when I was in Memphis. Like, I came back and I fell into a lot of my old habits, a lot of my bad habits. I feel like I'm talking for a long time right now. But this is all gonna make sense. But I got into a lot of my bad habits, and I just wasn't my best, bro. But like, I got back in touch with God, bro, not too long ago. I had a situation in my life that forced me to talk to God, be by myself, and kind of experience just that pain and that wisdom that came from that pain. And I got back aligned, bro. And ever since I got back aligned, I just been more focused than ever. And something had came up where I had an opportunity to wholesale a deal, you know, and it ended up falling out. Turns out it was just a whole different crazy situation, but it showed me, I think it was God showing me and giving me that to say like, hey, you can do this shit. You can, like, you know everything about this business. Oh my fucking God, what the I gotta cut that out. But he told me, Kay, you can do this shit on your own, bro. You have everything in your power to do this shit on your own. And it doesn't matter if you fail. Fail forward. So now I could work as hard as I work, bro. But this time, I'm in the right vehicle. Now, I have the knowledge, I have the skills to produce those 30K months. I'm going to just speak all of this shit into existence, bro. This year, straight wholesale real estate. What is wholesale real estate? Wholesale real estate is, I'm the middleman between a seller that wants to sell their property and invest in it, and an investor that will buy the property. You see, a lot of times, people that invest into real estate, it's like a side thing for them. They don't have the time to do what I do. People that invest into real estate, more than likely, they're working 9-to-5 jobs. More than likely, they got something else that they're focused on. But they invest in real estate on their side time. They know what a good deal is. They've been through it. But they don't have the skills the time or the effort to take a seller through the entire process and getting them to agree to selling their property to you. And so I come in and I'm able to talk to that seller, see the opportunity, and put the property under contract as if I'm the one buying it, and then I assign it over to an investor who really buys it, you know. And obviously I have to know the numbers. I have to be able to analyze. Like, I've been analyzing deals all year last year, so I know what a good deal is and a bad deal is. I know when there's opportunity and when there's not opportunity. And a lot of times, like, how it's valuable for a seller is, a seller, and they may have a property where there's hella equity, but they haven't kept up with their property over the years. Or there may be a tired landlord that just doesn't want the property anymore and it needs repairs, but they don't feel like doing the work to repair it. And so they don't feel like doing the work to repair it, and they just want a quick close. They want to rid of the property. They don't want to have to go through the whole process of repairing the property, putting it on the MLS. It might sit on the MLS for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months, 11 months, 12 months. They don't want to go through that. If they can talk to somebody that is a direct buyer and will buy their property and they can close in 30 days, they'll love that. And so that's what I'm into right now, and that's how I'm able to make spreads of 10,000. Like, the minimum spread for a deal like that, 10K. Some people make 5K, 10K, like, bro. But real spreads, like moderate spreads, 20K, 30K, 20K, 30K, knocking them down, knocking them down, knocking them down. And there's loads of opportunity. You just need to know how to talk. You just need to know how to be a salesman. Like, you need to know how to have great tonality. You need to know how to meet people and not be scared, be fearless. You need to know how to knock on doors. You need to know how to, like, actually be in front of somebody and kind of give off a good first impression. I learned all of that throughout the years, and I learned this business. So, like, now I know how to do it on my own. And my goal is, as I'm analyzing these deals, my goal is to build this capital through real estate, and then really become the investor, really become the flipper, really become the landlord, and then after I become the flipper and I do enough flips and I feel like I got this flip shit down, then I'm gonna start building homes. Then I'm gonna become a real estate developer, systems development. Then I'm gonna become a real estate developer. And I'm saying all of this because I want to make it real. So when I come back and I'm actually posting, like, you know, my real estate day in the life and whatever, however I do it. Hey guys, I just wanted to talk to you guys about my first flip, take you through everything, whatever. If I do that, I don't know. I feel like I will. I want to be able to have this so motherfuckers can know, like, this nigga knew this shit was gonna happen all along. This nigga knew this shit was gonna happen. He was speaking into existence. God gave me the vision. I'm just executing it. It's always been there, bro. Growth is silent. Growth is silent. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear the growth. A lot of times people don't pay attention to the growth until they see some shit where it's like, oh damn, this nigga making this and where did this come from? Damn, he grew. But they ain't see them long days, long hours, dark night. You know what I'm saying? They ain't see all of that. But yeah, this is just proof, man. I just wanted to go ahead and spit that out, man. You know the vibes. System development. It's just the beginning, man. Already.